Bro, I read a quote one morning from my quote bowl, and it said, I'm fearful of succeeding at something that doesn't matter. And so my biggest lesson, man, is that just being intentional and careful about what I give my energy and my passion to, right? So I don't go out and succeed at something that I feel is a success, but get toward the latter years of my life and realize that it doesn't matter.
That routine. Now, I do want to say this though, man. What I realized that last time I was with Nick Saban, I was like, yo, this makes it easier for him. Not only does he have a routine, here's what I realized. Nick Saban surrounds himself with the number ones. Not saying that he gonna win a championship every year, but it's easier to reach your goals when everybody around you got the same goals. You feel me? Absolutely. So a lot of us got routines, but we hanging with people with no routine.
I said, man, don't be a partial adult. You know what I'm saying? Cat was asking me for some money, right? I said, you want to be a partial adult. Like you want to be an adult with your leisure. You want to be an adult when you go to the club. You want to be an adult when you smoke weed. Like I ain't judging you. Just don't be a partial adult, right? Don't be a partial adult when it's convenient, right? You want to be a partial adult when you drinking, right? But when it's time for accountability, responsibility, the things that'll get your life in order, you don't want to be an adult full time. It ain't about that. It's about what's going to get you in a space and a place to where you can thrive and you can get to the certain point in your life to where you're fulfilling your potential and not wanting to be a partial adult because it's comfortable, right? Comfort zone, we already know it. It's a beautiful place, but don't nothing grow there.
When you think about the reward, it makes you one-dimensional. You feel me? When you think about either getting paid or whatever, you're one-dimensional. When you think about being multi-dimensional, everybody wants you when you're multi-dimensional. Like nobody wants a guard that can only score, but he can't defend. Like that's what makes Jordan Jordan. Like all these kids be talking about comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron. I'm like, yo, I'm not, whatever. But what you gotta understand about Mike was, Mike did it on both ends the whole time. Like Mike wasn't a dude that could just score 30 or 40. He could stop you from scoring. He could pass, he could dunk, he could shoot, he could do it all. Like again, when you're one-dimensional, you can be replaced because the average person is one-dimensional. So I tell C a lot of times the things I don't do it because I think I'm sweeter than nobody else. I don't do it because I want to be rare. People pay more for rare, bruh. People don't pay the same amount for common stuff. So when you're one-dimensional, I'm just saying, you limit yourself. When you're multi-dimensional, you become rare. And I just want to be rare, flat out.
I really believe that there are people in this room who are sitting on what you were destined to be and do, because we have this clannish need to fit in with our circle of friends.
Wow.
And if they're not doing it, I shouldn't do it. And we are not true to our core. True to our core. Somebody interviewed me and they said, you're a preacher. What are you doing making movies? You're out there in Hollywood making movies and you're supposed to be a man of God? I said, yeah, I'm a preacher. But don't put a period where God put a comma. Stop leaving your gifts at home and dumbing down who you are so you can fit in with what people expect you to be. Bring the uniqueness of you to the table. God called you. God called all of you. There's something that I think God wants us to see about having the courage and the tenacity to own the creativity that's put in you by the Creator, to move away from the pack and stand by yourself and let God speak to you and show you, why are you here? Why were you born in the family you were born, in the generation you were born, at the time you were born, in the circumstances that you were born, that the potter was so careful to carve you out a certain way where you don't need people, or you do need people, or you don't need validation, or you do need validation. He cut you up in certain places so that you would fit like a key in a lock. You're broken in all the right places so that when you find your spot, something is going to open for you. And when it opens for you, every blessing that's been closed out is going to pour in your dimension.